What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. We got a freaking awesome podcast for you guys today with my man Aaron Packer. This podcast you're not going to miss. A lot of awesome stuff in there, a lot of cool things and learn. But two things I got to go over before this podcast goes. One being that the podcast audio for the first 3 minutes is a little wonky, but after 3 minutes cut, it goes back to normal, so bear with the cut there. Our sponsor for today is Flex Pro Meals, guys. If you guys aren't familiar with Flex Pro Meals is a meal prep company who sends your meals out to your house as you order them online. So pretty much you can get a smaller portion order or a larger portion order, and your meals go from about anywhere from $8 per meal to $10 at the highest. If you guys are interested in these meals, use code Pineside at checkout for 20% off. We use these meals a lot for when we're traveling and stuff like that. We want to go instead of eating out and eating fast food and all this stuff. So we use the Flex Pro meals a lot. They come in handy. They're really good meal to definitely eat. They got a lot of different options. And I think anybody who is looking to get in shape, or maybe just watch what they're eating, or don't have time to cook food or make meals, that's definitely a product for you guys. So go check them guys out. I'll leave them linked down in below, and I'll see you guys in the podcast. I had zero video production experience before this stuff.
Yeah. Videos look good.
Oh yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, we're rolling.
Let's roll.
They got the cleared up. I mean, 5-10 minutes ago it was just like monsoon in here.
Yeah, it looks
crazy.
Now. Yeah.
Now we're looking at, we're in the middle of nowhere, no service.
Lake Raystown Resort.
Lake Raystown Resort, in what part of PA is that?
We're close to Hollidaysburg, Altoona-ish.
Is this considered Western PA or like Central PA?
Central PA.
Central.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like all the way on the other side.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Are you're on the western side? More on the western side or still Central?
Western-ish.
Western-ish.
Close to Indiana, PA.
Okay, I almost went to school there.
Good to meet you.
Yeah. I actually did orientation there, and I just was like, you know what? Probably not a good idea.
No,
and then I went to Tennessee. Then I went to Tennessee.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Call. That was definitely a good call.
But anyways, we got Aaron Packer right here today.
What's up, everyone? What's up?
You guys don't know Aaron. Aaron's a wizard with the marketing, computers, all that good stuff.
You sound like an adult saying that. Just because I do ads, you're like, use tech support.
Please call tech support.
Don't call my ass. Turn it off and turn it back on.
Click. Bzz. Anyone there? Nope. Got to call again.
Sound like my parents.
I swear they do that on purpose sometimes. When you like call tech support or something like that, and you're just like, it took like an hour to get through, and then it just goes bzz. Like, and no one feels like talking to you today.
Oh man, I know you're the same way with your parents.
Yep.
They forget their password. They're calling you to come over.
Oh my gosh.
Just because I run ads online, they think I know everything about a computer.
Well, I help my mom with her dance studio, all the back end business stuff. So I have to know all the passwords. And if I'm not there or something like that, she's calling me up. What do you do with this? What do you do? I'm like, damn it. Like, I don't know. I forget. I got like 20 other things going on right now.
No, I don't know everything about a computer, man. No wizard here.
Yeah. I like to think that I've taught myself how a little bit about computers, but I don't know. Sometimes it kind of just clicks, makes sense. But some people are just like so technology challenged, I think.
I mean, especially in our space where I mainly do work with outdoor industry people.
Yeah.
But that's also why I like working in the outdoor industry too, because it's not fair that folks in our space don't have the upper hand, because they have great products and they have a really good business, but they just don't know how to push it like other people do. And that's exactly kind of the niche that I fell into randomly. And those people definitely need help. I mean, they're usually the best people too. Like people in the outdoor space, whether they're into hunting or fishing, whatever they're into, it seems like those are the most genuine people that I run into whenever we're running ads for people.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think like people in the outdoors industry, I mean, they kind of like have that sense of loyalty and everything else for the most part. I mean, unless you get your hands on some of them like shysty business guys that try to take advantage of people, but
it's like anywhere, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can find assholes anywhere you go.
That's true. So how'd you find yourself like, in the whole outdoor space? Like, 'cause it's pretty interesting. Like, did you grow up fishing, hunting, and all that stuff, and that was like something you wanted to do, or kind of just fell in your lap and you're like?
Yeah. So there's kind of two parts to this story. I did grow up hunting and fishing. My brothers I have two older brothers, and they'll both tell you that I suck at both. But I love doing it. I mean, we've gone fishing our entire life. Trout fishing was mainly our thing growing up. And then, I mean, we deer hunt every single year. Not so much turkey hunting, but yeah, we love to hunt, man. I mean, I grew up doing that my entire life. My wife hunts with me now. I mean, we have a We love it. We have a farm, so we do that all the time. I didn't think whenever I was going to say, okay, I'm going to start an ads business, that the outdoor industry was going to be my thing. I mean, I knew I was taking a leap of faith. Shit, I would have taken anybody as a client when I first started. I just wanted a couple bucks in my pocket to make it. But what ended up happening, how I ended up getting started with this was our family has a small grocery store. We have on my mom's side. It's all the little Italians, you know, my short ass, like we're all little dark-haired Italians running around in our little town. So we have a little grocery store out there. It's called Tate Supermarket. And my mom was actually diagnosed with Parkinson's, and I left my job to go down there to help her. And she showed me how much we were spending on print ads at the time. And whenever we were cracking the books open, I said, holy shit, Ma. I said, you cannot afford to spend that much on print ads. The newspaper, so like rule of 80-20, 20% produces 80%. They were part of the 20% that was producing 80% of the results for that newspaper.
Damn.
For sure. I said, you have to cut back in cost. So I ended up talking to my buddy that owns a business, and he said he was using Facebook ads at the time. Now, keep in mind, this was 7 or 8 years ago.
So it was like not even $1 a click, probably.
It was so cheap.
Crazy cheap.
It was filthy cheap. And I remember we tested those ads with $200, and it like went ballistic. We could track how many clicks it made, how many leads it generated, and out of those leads from our loyalty program, we generated, I think it was like 13 grand back or something like that, with $200.
Damn.
Right? And for a small business to be able to track all that, that's what made it so worth our time.
That's a big ROI right there.
It's huge. It was amazing. It was unreal. So, and when you tell people that, they're like, bullshit. I'm like, no, serious shit. Like, you could track it through the loyalty program. How many of those people became leads, joined that store's loyalty program, and actually purchased, and you can track how much they spent during that time of the promotion.
Damn.
So it was so sick that we could do that. Then I ended up wanting to do it full time for the store, and my mom owns half the store, and our cousin owns the other half, and our cousin wasn't so high on it. So then our other friend wanted me to try it for his business, did the same thing. Tried it for another friend's business, did the same thing. And I looked at my mom and was like, hey, Mom, I'm not trying to say anything here, but I think I got something.
Yeah.
I think I have a business here on my hands. And I actually did. I ended up getting hired by 5 local businesses. And then that became how I started, was getting hired by 5 local businesses in our area. So how did that spin into the outdoor industry? I have a good friend, Jimmy Smith. He's the man. I have told you, I got to introduce you to him. He's a great guy. Jimmy introduced me to the guys over at Blue Water, which now own REDFIN Polarized, Hunter and Jared. Again, very stellar guys.
Hell yeah, that's how I know you. It's through Jared.
Jared and Hunter. I mean, they're 2 of the best.
I gotta get Jared on the podcast.
Get Jared on the podcast.
I gotta get Jared on the
Jared,
podcast.
get on the podcast. So those guys ended up, I was working with them. I did work with another guy locally where he needed help selling stuff online. It worked out well too, but we ended up blowing up that brand with Facebook ads like crazy. Those guys will be the first to tell you that was so worth our time, the return. The best part is you can test and you can see what's working and what's not working. It's a lot like fishing, right? When you go shark fishing.
Yeah, literally.
You put out 6 lines, you see which ones are working at certain depths, which ones are working with certain baits, and it's the exact same thing. You're a shitty captain, you should get fired as an ads manager. But it's exactly what we did for e-commerce brands, and that's what we do. What we're doing Pineside, what we're doing with some of these other places. We're just testing different baits and testing different depths, different audiences, and things like that. And we ended up blowing up Blue Water from, like I said, I think it went from like 300,000 to like 1.2 million, something like that. So I mean, it ended up blowing up completely. And knock on wood, we've been able to replicate those results with multiple brands, and those guys referred me to really good people, and I'm forever grateful for that.
No, that's awesome. That's a crazy come up, because like you said, like starting from your family's grocery store to where you're at now. And what are some of the brands you work with?
So you guys,
well, yeah,
working with Pineside, and then we're working with REDFIN, Polarized, Nothing Fancy, Backroads Apparel, and some of those guys. I mean, some really good people and some. Really
I mean, there's some really good brands right there too. So I mean, that's huge, and like that word of mouth, like you working with Jared over at REDFIN and stuff like that brought you over to Pineside, because I was like looking for somebody, and literally Jared was like this. He's like, no, I got a guy. I'll get you in contact. And like 10 minutes later, he puts us in a group chat, and the next thing you know, we're working together and trying to figure out. We're getting hacked and everything. I don't know. Maybe someone put a bug into my thing. I don't know. We're getting hacked.
You got the worst luck possible, man.
That was the funny. You literally texted me. He's like, hey, why can't I get into ads? And I was like, I don't know. Let me go check. So I literally usually check the night before I go to bed just to make sure everything's sailing right, like make sure everything's good. I didn't check. I was just tired, went to bed. The next day I get hacked.
I said, shit, I think I got Joe pissed off or something like
that.
Yeah,
you called me. He's like, yo, I thought you like got mad or something. Like,
like
give
me out of here. I can't see anything anymore.
No, I was out of there. I didn't even have admin. Some like guy from, I don't even know. Where was he from? I don't know.
Probably Middle East.
Somewhere. I think it was like
sounded like one of your buddies. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit. Hey, well, anyways, it got fixed. They only got like $400 on my bank. They hit my AMX and they hit my bank card.
So they actually got money from you too?
Yeah, I got the money back though. Well, AMX refunded my money back. On bank,
damn.
They said no. Whatever.
Wow.
It's only $200 out of the bank.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. I didn't know that either until a couple weeks later. And then like, cause it was like a charge was like from the 24th and the one was on the 25th. And we don't use AMX for running any ads. So like, but I had that on my account because it's been on there. And he went in there and he hacked both of them because they're both Facebook charges.
Well, beer's on me after this one.
No, it's no big deal. We got the money back. AMX is good with that. I've been with them since I was like 18 years old, so we got a good rapport with them.
Oh,
thank God.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, that was pretty crazy, though. I couldn't believe that.
I was scared. I was supposed to go bow fishing that day, and I was supposed to go film a video and a podcast. I couldn't go. I was just like so pissed off, worked up, mad.
Something else happened, too. What was it? It was
when we first started, they like canceled our ads or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, everyone freaks out whenever their ads get rejected.
So we were like,
so often now.
We were off to a real rocky start.
Yeah, we were.
And like we're also like not in the best time of the year to run, the Christmas time and stuff like that. Winter times when everyone's bored and they want to spend money.
Q2 is always the slowest.
Yeah.
For everybody when it comes onto this platform. I mean, Q2 is easily the slowest, but it's all good. It's all upside. Upside from here.
So, dad life, right? Married. Walk me through that, because I'm not there yet. I don't know if I am gonna be there yet. I don't know. Definitely not dad life. Marriage life. What's that like first? Usually that happens first.
If my wife sees this, I better be careful. I'm just messing. No, I told you, my wife's a good time, man. Ashley's my wife's name, and we've always had a good time. I mean, we've been people that like to go out. We like to have fun, and I told you beforehand, we'd always be the life of the party. We'd walk in and be like, hey, what's going on, everyone? But then now we walk in with kids and everyone gets quiet. They stop the beer pong game like, oh, listen, you guys can keep going.
The pong just bouncing off the table.
We'll let our kid play with us.
Yeah.
If they let us.
You got to start them young, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a culture shock when they go to a high school party now.
What's wrong with getting her shot down now? Get my daughter shot down now. Get my son shot down now, man. We'll be good.
Yeah, I get less drunk at the party when they're older, right? In like college and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Teach them to win.
Because then they'll win. You gotta teach them to win.
Make them win. Or shooters got to shoot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how it works.
Yeah, man. No, it's all good though. I mean, we're lucky, man. I mean, I can say I've lived a damn good life. I mean, I was single throughout my 20s. I met my wife at the end of my 20s, and then got married when I was 30. And then had kids. I'm lucky enough to have kids. And gosh, so I partied, I traveled, I got married, I have kids. I mean, whenever I'm put down 6 feet under, man, if today it ends, I'm like, life is good. Life is good for me.
I kind of say that too. That's why I kind of just live my life the way I do. It's just like, can't take it too seriously. People take this so seriously. It's like, one day they're going to throw dirt on top of you, so you might as well just go out and do what you want. I mean, you never saw a U-Haul behind a hearse, and I always say that. Man. So, like, hey, if I go broke doing what I'm doing, then I go broke. But guess what? I'm only 27, so I'm sure I can make that up soon.
Yeah, man. I've always lived by that motto. I'd rather go down knowing that I've tried what I wanted to try in life.
Yeah.
Than not trying it at all. And for sure, I've tried a lot of fun stuff, and I've been blessed to do that, man. I've been very blessed to be able to do what I have so far. I can say that. But lots of failures too on the way. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. People never see those failures. They're like, I could tell you right now, just starting a brand, because you know what it's like starting a brand. It's like you're starting a name from nothing, and then when you go out to sell it, people want to. You're asking for people to pretty much buy your brand name, right, and then buy into that. But I've started that. Like I've drained my bank account starting because I started when I was like 20, realistically, I started when I was like 24 or whatever now. So like in the middle of my 24s, drained my bank account multiple times, just putting money into like marketing or just trying things. I didn't know anything from Adam. Like I started from scratch. So it was more so like I knew nothing about the clothing industries. Yeah. I knew a little bit about hustle and business, but that was it. Like I knew nothing about anything else. So it was pretty much a grind for me, and like it is for everybody, but just not having anyone background knowledge to really bring me up or investors or anything like that.
So what do you think? I guess let me hear it from the other side of it then. What's probably the toughest thing you've gone through starting up Pineside so far?
Well, at first I'd say people taking advantage of you.
For sure.
Because especially if you don't know what you're doing, you put a lot of trust in somebody, and then like,
for sure, say
like you're sending gear out to somebody, and then they just like take it, and then you're just like, dude, that would cost me like $50 worth of gear at first. And you're just like, you're broke as hell, don't really know what you're doing.
Yep.
And then like probably like one time, like I was just trying to get followers on Instagram. I didn't know anything about it, and like I just paid this one company thinking that it would, and then like it was buying me fake followers. I had to go in and delete all that stuff.
Didn't you say you got shadow banned or something?
I got shadow banned because of it. Like, because I was like, I didn't know. I thought they were just going to like help market me. That's what I was under the impression it was going to market. My thing was all these bot followers started following me, and then I had to delete all of them. Because like, we're like getting thousands of followers. I'm like, dude, I'm not this popular. Like, nobody wants to follow Pineside.
It takes some time, right?
Oh, yeah. But now, I mean, we're almost at 17,000, and that's been 3-year grind, and that's hard for a business to do.
Oh my gosh.
More so an influencer, it's easier, but for a business to do it, I feel like it's a lot harder.
It's really hard, man. That's really hard. And and honestly, seeing what I see from the ad side of it, sales normally don't come until you have that social proof.
Yeah, you have to have that.
It's so hard to get that social proof too, because people are so skeptical, and they should be anymore. I mean, it's just, you don't know what's real and what's not anymore, but you have so much social proof on Instagram, which is great. But it depends on wherever they're seeing their ads. They want to see that social proof. And, dude, I mean, hats off to you guys for the amount of effort you put into to make that social proof happen.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. I can't really take all credit. We have a great team of people working with us. I mean, between like, Georgia Bassmaster, Marshall, AK, Aaron, the whole squad. I mean, there's so many. I think we have a group of like 20 people now that are working with us. And see, when we pick people to work with us, it's not just more so people think I just pick anybody who has followers. Like, we have people that don't have a lot of followers, but I'm like, that's a person I want to hang out with. That's a person that definitely represents what the brand's about, and they don't give a fuck. Like, they give zero fuck. So like, you're hanging out with us, and you're coming in. We go on trips. We'll all go on trips and hang out together, and we'll party together. We'll freaking go out there. We'll film podcasts, film videos, and everyone gets along. It's like a family. It's awesome. I mean, we bring other people along here and there, but I got so many people in the DM just asking me to be part of Pineside. And I'm just like, if everyone's a part of Pineside, we don't really have a business no more. We just got to hang out. We got a social group. Like,
that's good, though. I mean, you need a good group around you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
How
many people do you guys have? I always see you guys have your podcast, and you guys have a good group of people.
Yeah, I think there's a core base of like 10 of us, but then there's also like that hang out a lot, and then there's like 20 of us all together.
I'm gonna start partying with you guys.
I mean, when we go out to the events, we're going out to South Florida in like a couple weeks. We'll go down there.
Escape the kids once in a while.
Yeah, we're only going down for like 4 days. We'll go out there. We'll probably catch some python, probably do some fishing with my buddy Captain Jason Diver, and then film podcast, go out there, do some fun stuff, maybe hit the beach a day or something like that. Cool. Yeah, it's a good time. Like we just all enjoy it. I mean, and everyone has the same mindset and goal. They want to see the business succeed, and I want them to succeed. So it's like kind of like one hand watch the other, because they're all like creators and influencers.
That's cool.
I'm more of a hybrid where it's like business, and it's like I also make content myself, just because like I never want to be the guy behind a desk. This is what I do in the open. I'm out here.
Yeah.
Doing it. Like I really live this life. So
yeah, this is cool. And ironically, we live 4 hours away from each other.
Yeah, it's crazy that actually happened, because I'll actually break that down to you. When I met Jarrett, we met like briefly. I don't know if you know who A-Dub is. He works with REDFIN. He's a bass fisherman. He's a friend of mine. I was walking by his booth, and he's like, "Hey, my buddy A-Dub was like, Joe, introduced me to Jarrett." It was kind of like a 1, 2, 3 thing. I had to go back up to the booth. The last day, the classic for us was kind of a shitstorm. They put us all over the top floor.
Oh, damn.
We got stuck in a corner. We didn't get a lot of like sale traffic we wanted, so I was a little freaking hurt at that time. And then me and Jared exchanged numbers, and like 3 days later, he gives me your number, and then kind of like get things more rolling, because I was like, dude, we had like a $25,000 investment for the Classic. That was like our budget for the Classic, and ROI wasn't really there. I mean, it was kind of. I was literally like, almost like about to bash my head off a wall for a hot second. But everything works out for a reason. I believe, meeting Jared there and getting me in contact with you. That's my reason why I was supposed to be there that year. So
you're actually the second person that told me that about the Classic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it's just kind of a random shoot. I don't know how that works, but I guess it just depends on where you get located too.
Yeah, I think it's that, and like they give a lot of free stuff out there. So like people are there just because it's a free thing to get into too. So they're not really looking to buy; they're looking to get whatever you're giving away for free.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of good connections there, and
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I can't complain about it. I mean, we partied our ass off. We were drunk from the time we woke up to the time we went to bed every night too. So it was awesome.
Not if you're with Jared and Hunter and those guys.
Yeah,
Never.
I mean, yeah. we were hammered. It was awesome. Like, you had to be. It was such a stressful time period, but it's also, you got to enjoy the moment.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They're the moments we live for though, right? Like,
oh yeah.
They're the under pressure, like.
For sure. It's a good time. For sure, man. Yeah, I think I was debating on actually getting a booth for the Classic one of these years, but I don't know if it's.
You can just come with us.
That's what I might have to do.
You come with us and just walk around and talk to other businesses. I mean, there's so many people to talk to there. That's what people come up to us all the time, and they'll give us their card. They'll talk to us. I think it'd be a good networking start. I mean, you got Jared out there pimping you out anyway.
I know. He's the man. He is the man.
But yeah, I mean, definitely. That's definitely the place. I mean, those places that's a hot spot for stuff like that. People are all over that place. And plus, you got like just so many good connections out there as well. Yeah. It's nice. I think this year it's in Oklahoma.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tulsa.
I didn't know.
It's a haul. We're driving out there.
Oh damn. I'll fly.
Yeah.
You guys can drive.
Well, I got to drive all the equipment out.
That's
so
true.
Our biggest thing we messed up this year was we had a heavy booth. Not doing that no more. I can't have a heavy booth. Our booth was heavy, and we had to carry it up 3 flights of steps.
That's a long way. Oh damn, yeah. That's a lot.
2 big walls, pretty much. We made 2 walls, combined them together. It was a mess.
All right, let me ask you something. I got to change this because I know you're a big fisherman guy. What's the craziest fishing story?
Oh, wow. Okay, well, it's not really a fishing story, but I could tell you about a lesson you'll learn for putting a boat plug in.
Okay.
And then we could go on to the fishing stories. So one time, I when I got out of high school, I wanted a boat, so I had purchased a '67 Chrysler V-Haul boat with a 72 9.5 Evinrude on the back. So we're talking pull start, tiller motor. Me and my dad put the boat in one day, and the boat just taking on water. Like, it's straight into the hull. Like, there's no underhaul or anything like that. It's just straight into the boat. And this thing starts sinking. Forgot to put the plug in. He forgot to put the plug in. Because I thought the plug was already in there. I always leave the plug in there. My dad would take it out because if it rained, it would drain out or whatever. Well, he apparently took it out and forgot to put it back in. So the boat was sinking pretty badly.
Oh, damn.
We finally got it out, but that happened. And then actually yesterday when we were driving back in the boat in, I was like, I heard water going, go, 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 go. I'm like, yo, did you put the plug in? He's like, oh, shit. Pull right out. I was like, dude, you think you would learn. There's on the transom lock, it says put plug in, dummy. Like right there.
That's so bad.
But yeah, that's a pretty crazy fishing story. I mean, trying to go fishing anyways.
Getting to put the plug in.
Yeah. Let's see. We have that. We have time when like we lost rods. Like they launched, like we were like carp fishing or catfish fishing. Like
you guys lost them off the boat?
Oh, just not paying attention, just flying. Like that was like when we like do for carp and stuff like that. We've had those happen.
Oh.
I don't know. What about you? Any crazy fishing stories?
Well, actually, ironically, so when we were shark fishing in Hilton Head, we were with Captain Chip Michelove. He's a stud captain, man. So he had this rod that was thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah,
it looks sick, man. And he said, I'm not going to give you guys the belt. You look like strong guys. He goes, I've never had anyone lose the rod before. He goes, but I'll tie the rope on just to be safe. Dude, bet your ass. My wife didn't lose that rod. I was the one that lost it into the water. And he said the only other person that did that was like a little girl. So my brother's busted my balls for so long that I was the one that lost the rod. But good thing it was tied to a rope because he was able to bring it back in. Otherwise, I would have lost that thing.
Well, that's probably why they do that, right? So they don't lose them rods.
Yeah, it would have been.
Do you imagine if you had lost that rod?
He told my wife her ring would have been coming off her hand if he would have lost it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was that expensive. Yeah.
Damn.
But the other thing that was probably the most crazy story was when we were trout fishing. It was the first day. We didn't catch shit. I mean, we were in a hole with 1 million people, and this palomino is in the middle of the hole, and you know, it's like blue balls. Everybody's casting at that son of a bitch. They're casting like crazy. No one's catching it. No one's catching a fish in general. And we were out there at 5 in the morning, waiting, trying to fish. And my brother is a witness to this too, and I still can't believe this happened. So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We suffered for that long, from like 5 a.m., started at 8, and then fished until 2. My line goes off, and I see this big orange flash.
Oh.
And I go, oh, fuck yeah. It's like, I got it. I was like, I got that palomino, baby. But then all of a sudden, I look, it floats to the middle of the stream, and then I look across the stream, and the guy across the stream is also celebrating. I go, what in the hell is going on? And then I look, we both hooked the palomino at the same time.
Like he bit both lines?
I don't know if it slid down one or if somehow we had it by him at the exact same time. I'm guessing one of us slid down the other line. I have no idea how it happened.
So y'all are just fighting over this fish?
Well, then he goes, let out your line. My brother goes, no, don't let out your line. I said, no, man. I'm like 15 at the time. I was young. And I let it out. And he said, well, let's flip a coin for it. And we flipped it, and it landed on the grass, and it was crooked the first time. And then we had to flip again, and I lost.
Damn.
He goes, you want a picture with it? I said, hell no.
Yeah.
I don't want a picture of this.
Was
thing.
it big?
It was nice. It was probably about 25 inches or so, 23, 25 inches, and it was a big fat palomino, man. It was nice.
I never understood that. I feel like every time I've seen trout fishing or been trout fishing, there's just a bunch of people there. Like, I don't know, people get so hyped up about these trout, man.
Oh, dude.
I've never caught a trout. Isn't that crazy?
It's probably actually better that you haven't, because you're actually right, man. It's just the first day is such a shit show, but after the first day, whenever you go to stockings and then you go to, or like fly fishing is actually really good too, because we don't run into too many people. We have someone joining us.
I think we got someone joining the podcast.
But I don't know who that is.
I think they're just turning around.
They might be.
Or maybe there's a mire in the truck.
We can see. But yeah, I mean, that's the main thing about trout fishing though, is like, it's so packed on the first day, so packed on stocking day. But you know what I wish I was better at? I wish I was better at fly fishing.
That's something I want to get into.
Yeah, my brother Joe is really good at that. My brother Joe. But
it's a good name.
He's man, he's a really good fly fisherman. Like, he could guide it if he really wanted to. He was that good. But I suck at it. I feel like you're snagging fish whenever you do fly fishing, because you have to time it just right when you set the hook. And
yeah, I've never done it, but I see people do that. They'll catch like redfish and stuff on flies and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's an art. It really is, and I'm just not that good at it. I wish I was better at it.
And the people that tie the flies and stuff like that.
Oh, they have pumps and stuff on the side of the stream. It's unbelievable watching those guys work their magic. They catch the hatch off of it, and they're tying the exact same thing.
It's awesome.
Dude, I can't do that. I wish I could, but
I mean, it's definitely, I feel like, a more of an artistic style of fishing for sure. It has
for
to be.
sure,
because there's so much more that goes involved in like doing that. And like, if you're a real fly fisherman, you're doing your own flies and you're not buying them. You're making hair flies and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I see people making like them out of like their turkey feathers and stuff. I don't know if you know who Macy Watkins is.
Yeah.
She was making, I think she was making some flies out of her like turkey feathers and stuff like that. I'm almost positive.
Was she really?
Yeah, I think so. Don't quote me on that, but.
Oh my gosh, I mean, that's. Seriously, I look up to that because I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's talent.
Yeah.
I'm out here just fishing for bass, and like, I think I'm being talented. But what we are actually making baits now.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'll show you what they look like after this. But yeah, they're pretty sick. My dad's painted cards for over 30 years. He's a very handy guy, and started like just messing around. And some of these things, these like jerk baits he's laid out already. Like, no one's gonna be able to touch the colors just because they're special colors that he gets from work.
Damn.
So we're gonna do like probably like limited drops, like colorways and stuff like that. Patterns and
you're gonna sell them?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're gonna probably roll them out next month.
Nice.
We have some like prototypes done. I mean, I already know that the jerk bait works.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's just
Tested it.
Yeah.
Tested that ad out.
Yeah, we tested it out. And they're I don't know. It's something that we didn't intentionally want to do, but our Dick's Sporting Goods. Remember I was on the phone with you that one day? I told you to stop selling our fishing stuff in our area?
That's right.
Yeah, so we don't have really a tackle shop near us no more. So I was like, well, the best thing to do is, I guess, just start making our own stuff for ourselves. But people were like, dude, these are actually really sick. kind of how we started Pineside. And we're just like, all right, well, we could just make it at an affordable price, but they're all hand painted, so we're gonna do it like limited style and make it more of like a competition so you can get the right jerk bait.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
And then we're going to like different hard baits, but I didn't want to go into soft plastics first because everyone does soft plastics. I want to do like something hard baits. That's more skill involved.
When do you think you're rolling those out?
Next month,
Nice.
I think. Next month, yeah.
Nice.
We're waiting on some like the hooks and stuff that come in. They're gonna have like Gamakatsu hooks and stuff on them, so they're not gonna have like any shit hooks on them. They're gonna be pretty state of the art, but they'll be still at affordable price. I think we're gonna sell them for about $18. The jerk bait for at least $18.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So it's still affordable. I mean, and it's gonna be at a competitive price. Still cheaper than like the Mega Bass Vision 110s and stuff like that. They're like $25. You hang up a $25 lure, you're gonna be kind of pissed.
Depends if it catches a lot of fish.
Yeah. But if you lose that thing,
yeah, you're gonna be really pissed.
You lose 2, and it's $50. You're down $50 in the hole.
Yeah.
Ours will be 18. They're probably gonna look a little bit better because the colors, and you're not gonna be as mad if you lose it. The only thing is it probably won't be reproduced again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah, no, that's like one thing we're working on. What else? What do you got going on? Anything good coming up?
You ever hear the banjo minnow? Do you remember that whenever you were a kid?
Yeah.
So those guys actually produced that right in my area.
Really?
It was actually made out by Indiana, PA. It was I think it was the Renoski guys that made that, and they actually have a private stream down there. It's called Yellow Creek Trout Club. Man, they put in massive trout down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. We actually had a membership down there for the longest time. My brothers still have a membership down there, but that's where they did all that stuff for that banjo minnow. That's pretty cool that you guys are kind of dabbling into that too.
Yeah, it's just something. I don't know, something to add to the company. I think we just call it Pineside Baits. Well, my thing is with Pineside is like I want to go into a bunch of different things. I think it can fit into a lot of different niches. Like I was into the motocross growing up, so I want to eventually get into the motocross scene. Skateboards. Actually, I don't know if I told you, but the retail store we just got into is part fishing, part skateboards.
Really?
They make skateboards.
No kidding.
They sell them there, and we're gonna probably do a line of skateboards with them.
No kidding.
Of Pineside, because my vision is to have like bright colors, like say like a yellow deck with like black Pineside on the bottom of the board. I think it just pops off. I think skaters will love that.
Yeah.
I think skaters will actually love this brand just in general. I mean, I just think it's like kind of like that vibe for them. So
I will tell you this, man. I'm not just saying it because I'm on the podcast. Whenever I got some of your gear, I mean, the sun shirts were the big surprise to me. They were really nice. I mean, they're really nice in general. But,
I appreciate that.
I mean, dude, they fit great, and I usually don't look good in long sleeves, and I think I look good.
Yeah. I think that was like one thing that I like try to nail on the head is I'm very big on comfortability.
Yeah.
Comfortability is like a huge thing of mine. So like I want to make sure everything fits perfectly, feels great, and you wash it and doesn't like shrink up on you or like you don't have to worry about it being super staticky or something like that. And that's what we tested out millions of one times, and we're still trying to nail it on the head. I think we're doing a decent job at it. I think we do a little bit better, but I mean that's just with timing.
No, man, honestly, I mean we washed it a handful of times and it fits the exact same way. They're
Good.
great shirts. Just hats off to you guys, man. I'm not kidding.
No, I appreciate that. I mean it's been a journey. It's still a journey. Every day I try to. When people ask me, I say every day I use this phrase is survive in advance. Survive in advance.
Jimmy Valvano, baby.
Yeah, man.
Jimmy V.
When I was a strength coach, my one assistant, he was older than me. He was about 33, and we I was like the head at the place I was at, and he was an assistant of mine. Like, yo, Dean, how you doing today? Dean, if you're watching, shout out Dean. He's like just survive in advance, and now he's like top at like one of these golf tournaments, and he's like kind of doing his thing now, and it's like, I just keep that mindset every day. It's just like, it's just survive in advance.
Yeah, man, for sure. Jimmy, do you ever watch that series on was it Netflix?
Yeah, I think wasn't it 30 for 30?
Yeah, 30 for 30. That's what it was. Yeah, you're right. It was Jimmy V survive in advance. Man, that was good.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Damn, it was good. Yeah. And I mean, I suck at basketball, but I mean, I could watch that every time.
Yeah, I mean, those things are the things that like keep you going, right? So it's like, you fail, but if you just keep on learning from those failures and not, doing the same damn things, you're eventually something's gonna work for you at least, and you got to surround yourself with good people too to like make sure you're not making bad decisions and make sure you're not making the same decisions. I think that's having a good team around you, and I think that's what we're building over here. Is 3 years in the mix, and I think this year is going to be the year that we really break through. I mean,
for sure.
I got a lot of interest and a lot of people going. I mean, I got you on my side. I got I got a lot of people connections that, talk about us. Now we're getting into stores and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's farther than I was when I first started, at least.
Yeah, man.
You got a lot of money out. You spend money to make the money, though. That's like, people don't understand that. They think just money falls in your lap, or business falls in your lap, or success falls in your lap. You gotta be willing to freaking, have some stones and put them in. You gotta put them stones in the wheelbarrow sometimes.
I honestly, man, I said starting a business was one of the scariest things I've ever done, and I couldn't imagine. I mean, the brand part. I mean, what do they say? You have to be more bold and brilliant to be self-employed and be successful. And man, I mean, you guys have been bold, and I mean, you guys have great products, and you guys have that hustle. I mean, it's very apparent. And everyone that I've brought on so far that's brought me on, I mean, I feel like they have that sort of hustle. And
yeah, you have to, because there's no, tomorrow's not certain. You don't know. You just got to pay your bills. Life still has to move on. So like, for me, it was important to have multiple streams of income as well while I'm doing this. So I made sure I leveraged that. I watched some guys talk about it, and that's kind of how I've been able to do what I do. Like, I made sure I built some streams of income, and then I just kind of started attacking. Like, people always like, dude, like, you're so brave for doing that, and I'm sure you get it too, like what you did. And I'm just like, I never thought of it that way. My mindset is just like, I'm doing it. Like, there's no plan B. There's no nothing. I don't really know how to break that down, but it literally was just like, this is what it's going to be. Yeah. There's no other option, and this is the normal for me. This is it. Like, I don't care I'll never work for anybody another day in my life.
I hope I can say that too. I mean, because I said to my dad not long ago, I said, I'll have a really hard time working for someone again. Or just having a direct boss.
Yeah.
It'd be really hard. Yeah, man, that is a scary leap. I mean, I remember the first day I woke up without a real job, when I had just a couple clients. And my wife tapped me on the shoulder. She said, "Okay, buddy, good luck. Knock on some damn doors."
Doing cold calls.
Oh my gosh, I was going door to damn door, no after no after no, man. It was a lot of no's.
It paid off, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's like us when we reach out to retailers, like, no's or nothing we got back, or
it just takes a couple yeses.
Yeah, take a couple yeses. You get a couple of those in your back pocket, and you start feeling confident. Like, all right, if I can get one yes, I can replicate that 100 times.
For sure.
And then you take what you're getting, and then you times that by 100 or whatever, and it's like, oh shit, I have a career here, and next thing you know, I'm able to provide. And my thing was never to be a bajillionaire. I just want to be able to provide for the family.
Oh my gosh, I just want to do what I love and just pay my bills while I do it.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe drink a few beers and
that's right.
Catch a few fish, shoot a few guns.
Life's good, man. If it turns out to be more than that, that's awesome.
That's what I say all the time. And people really think that, like, when you're trying to do something, you're trying to be like a bajillionaire. Like I said, if that happened, cool. Right. I'm going to make sure I share that around.
Yeah, I'm never going to turn it down.
No, I'm not going to. Hey, if you want to give me some money, hey, it's fine with me, but I'm not going to turn it down. But it never was about the money for me. It was just about being able to give my parents back what they did for me when I was younger, Like, that's really what I want to do. I want to be able to retire my dad. Because my mom, she owns a dance studio, so she doesn't work a traditional 9-to-5. My dad still works a traditional 9-to-5. I want to be able to retire him within the next year or two, let's hope.
That's awesome.
That's my goal, and then be able to get him out of that and get off his feet that way, and then come over and just help do Pineside full time.
Bring him over here.
Bring him over to the good side, fun side.
That's right, man. That would be awesome.
Because he's a fun time. He's a fun dude.
How old are your parents now?
My parents are 52.
Oh man, they're young.
Yeah, they're young. My mom's.
You're young compared to me though too. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, you're
that.
30.
Don't be shouting that out on the air, man.
You're 20. 27. Well, I'm 27, so I just turned 27.
I got you by a damn decade.
So man. You got me by 10. So you're 37.
Damn. But my wife and I'm not even joking. We've been telling people that She said she was 34, and I said I was 36 for the last year, and we were both legitimately doing it accidentally wrong. we seriously forgot our damn ages. And I said, that's how you know we're getting old now, man, which it is what it is.
I actually forgot that I was 27. I keep telling people I'm 25 still.
See, there you go. Just hang with it.
I mean, I feel like no one knows. Some people think I'm like 20. Some guy told me I look like 14. Like when I'm like straight up shaved, they say, the guy told me one day I was in the pharmacy, I was trying to get Avocor sinus.
I don't think I'm going 14.
He told me, he's like, well, how old are you? I was like, well, 27. He's like, God dang, you look like you're 14. I said, well, I mean, thanks, but I mean, I don't know if I want to be 14. That's a little much, bro. Like, I need some respect around here.
He hasn't seen a 14-year-old in a while.
Apparently.
There's no 5 o'clock shadows on 14. Well, I shouldn't say that.
There are some nowadays. There's definitely a lot.
Yeah, I wasn't a hairy bastard. I mean, I'm still lucky to grow a sideburn.
No, I can grow a full beard in like 2 days.
Oh.
But I can't get myself to grow facial hair. It's itchy, man. I like to have a clean shave.
I know I'm the same way. I get criticized by people all the time.
I used to have a handlebar stash. That was badass.
See, I could do a stash. I mean, I'm not saying I want a stash, but I could grow a stash.
I had a handlebar stash, and then like people started saying I look like a pedophile and stuff. So I was like, oh, I got to shave that off.
Yeah, I think if you're I was gonna say under 30, but I think if I even had one, I'd look like a pedophile. So I think it's under 40.
But the thing is, you just gotta let it be thick, man. It has to be thick.
I think I'd just look like Super Mario if I did that.
All right, now you gotta grow it out.
Yeah,
Halloween.
Okay, I could do that.
For Halloween.
I was Super Mario one year. Last year I was Forrest Gump, and my son, we made him Lieutenant Dan. We pushed him in a stroller.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we tied his legs off so it looked like he didn't have legs. And we gave him a pacifier with a mustache and gave him a long-haired wig.
That's cool.
Dude, it was clutch. That was really good.
That is a good one.
But yeah, Super Mario, I could grow out that stash.
You should be Luigi. You could just be Luigi.
I could be a Luigi. My brother's taller, though, so he could look like Luigi.
Luigi, and you could be Mario.
Yeah, I am short as hell, so I could be short little Mario.
I always said like a good like if you're doing a couple's like Halloween costume. Now this might sound a little sick, but like a gym teacher and a student. Like, tell me that's not a great costume idea though. Like, you got to laugh at that because that's like stereotype. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Walk the line.
Yeah, like seriously, it's a little more. But like, I think that's like a funny ass.
Probably
like,
happens more often.
Then yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you see movies and stuff. I mean, I've never, whatever. Also, like, I think like, I mean, hey, if you're a guy getting it from like a hot teacher, I don't know how you snitch on her.
There was actually a kid in my school, and he was, what the hell grade was he in? I can't remember, but he was hooking up with a teacher.
That's awesome.
And I was thinking, dude, how did you do that? I don't even know how. Yeah, I don't know. Kudos to him. It was my buddy's little brother, but I was thinking, man, well, good for you, buddy.
He's obviously wheeling and dealing.
He's spitting game somewhere.
Hey, he's getting A's.
He definitely wasn't flunking. I'll tell you that.
That's maybe what I should have done in high school, man.
She got the D. He got an A.
That's actually funny. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll have to use that one day. Man, but yeah, dude.
I don't know I don't know how you pull that off. How do you even start that conversation?
Yeah, like maybe like after school, like tutor session or something like that, and then like I don't know, man.
Oh, hey babe, I need help with my math.
Yeah, I would be there every day. Like, man, I was really bad at math to begin with, so shit, I'm flunking, man. I need help.
Yeah, seriously. I don't
Joe,
know.
you're spending a lot of time when staying after school. I'm learning so much. I'm learning math and sex ed at the same time.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know how you pull it off.
But I wish I could.
That'd be your Halloween costume, gym teacher and student.
Well, I always said like I would do that, but every time around Halloween, I just don't have a girlfriend or anybody to do it with. So I tried solo. I'm just a gym teacher.
That's all right.
Looking for the student. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say you have a few months to make that happen.
Well, I'm with somebody now, and I think we'll be
go.
pretty good. So,
There's your student.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be cool. I think it'll be I just think it'll be so funny. Like, if you don't laugh, you're just a moron.
Well, I think you should try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Test the water.
That or like a plug and then an outlet. That'd be pretty funny.
Oh, dude.
I would just think like
we would go out. We'd go pretty hard for Halloween every year.
You got to.
My brother was Uncle Sam. The year that what was his name? Who's the terrorist guy that got killed?
Bin Laden.
Osama bin Laden.
Osama bin Laden.
So my brother dressed up as Uncle Sam, and I dressed up as Osama bin Laden with a bullet in my head. And he carried me around like I was a dead guy.
That's
very edgy.
That's definitely edgy, but
very
that's
edgy. Yeah.
Hell with it. I mean, it's funny. I mean, it's because you're dead. You know what I mean? That's like we killed them.
We almost won the Halloween contest. We almost won Steeler tickets. So
damn. You guys are big Steeler fans.
We are. Yeah. Are you a big Eagles fan or not?
I know you're gonna say we're Eagles fans. I am an Eagles fan, but I'm not. Like I always tell you, I'm not that fan. Like I'm not that crazy. I don't go to the games. I watch them at home. Go to a couple games. I don't like to go to the city much.
Dude, when I lived out east, when I went to Valley Forge, that was the year the Steelers won the Super Bowl. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And man, I tell you what, I got a lot of shit that year from people, but thank God we won because. Man, that would have been way rougher losing out there because, man, there's a lot of Eagles fans that don't like us. But it's all good. I could care less. They're in the NFC.
Or at least you're not a Cowboys fan, you know what I mean? Then you've been screwed.
that's probably true. I mean,
They
because that's
hate-
actually in conference rival.
They just hate Cowboys. They'll heckle the hell out of Cowboys fans, man.
To be fair, we don't like the Cowboys either.
No, I
because
don't think anyone does.
They try to compete with us for the amount of Super Bowls and all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
so.
but like, when was the last time they won one that was relative? Not 96. 96 was the last time they even were relative.
It's been a bit. It's definitely been a bit. It's been a bit since we won one too, so I can't say much.
Yeah, but you guys won one in like what, 08, was it?
It's been a while.
Something like that.
It's been a while.
But it's relative.
Yeah, I can't remember what year it was. I don't know. I mean, think about it. That's shit. We're over a decade since we won one last.
Yeah, well, at least it wasn't 96. It could be a lot
It's
worse.
true. Those Eagles got one fresher than us. That's for sure.
17.
And almost this year.
I think
Almost this past year.
I think they might get it done this year. Honestly, I don't know. We'll see. They got a
Did
pretty
they
good
lose a
squad.
lot of guys or no?
They lost a couple, but they brought in some heavy artillery. They got the good in the draft. They got DeAndre Swift now.
Dude, your coach is an IUP guy.
Yeah.
He's good, man.
Yeah.
He fits in there well.
Oh yeah, he's like he's a player's coach for sure.
Yeah.
They love that guy.
I love that he's a no bullshit kind of guy.
Yeah, he likes to have fun, but he also is like like
Yeah.
you said, no bullshit type of guy.
Yeah, he does go to bat for his guys all the time.
Oh yeah, like he'll get you. He don't care. Like
Yeah, for sure.
he's young though too, so it's like
He fits the Philly image very good.
oh yeah, he seems you could almost like think he was a Northeast guy.
That's right. You're probably right. Yeah, he'll get him firing again. I mean,
Yeah. Well, they also got DeAndre Swift from the Lions, which is crazy.
That's right. I forgot.
I
about
played
that.
against him in high school.
Did you really?
Yeah, he played for St. Joe's Prep and state semis. That team was loaded. They had John Runyon Jr. They had so many guys on that team. Alameda Zakis is a receiver for the Eagles now too.
Did you guys beat him?
It was like 30-7. We actually were keeping. We fumbled the ball on our own 10-yard line 3 times. So I was on the field half the game playing defense, and it was just like they had like 5 different running backs just rotating in.
Yeah.
Just wears you down. It's pouring rain. It was an ugly game. Ugly way to go out, but we had fun. I could just say I played against D Swift, so.
Yeah, I mean, he's damn good too.
Oh, he's great. I mean, I think he's having a really good year this year with the Eagles now at offense.
Like Eagles line is just, dude, they're just beastly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're so damn good.
But I don't know. I say we get some food.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's
man.
wrap it up.
Let's go get a beer.
Hey, well, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you as always.
Yeah, for
Thanks
sure.
for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
And so we're gonna tune out. If you guys want to see this episode on Spotify, you can check it out on Spotify or on here. Extended episode. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.